Hi guys, welcome to the new video, and today I'll be doing a review of the brand new album, A Perfect Contradiction by Paloma, and this is her third studio album released on Sony Music and RCA Records, and this has just come out this week and already is in my top 5 albums of this year. So far it is #1 because I know we're only in March, but from what I've heard so far it is absolutely amazing, and I was expecting something great, but I really do recommend it, hence why I'm doing the review now. Basically, cut a long story short, the first single, Can't Rely on You, features Pharrell, who of course is like the biggest star at the moment in the world. You know, he's got a big massive hit, Happy, and he was on Blurred Lines last year of course. So he's just pretty much everywhere, and the fact that he's on Paloma's song is just groundbreaking, because they met in America at the awards, and Paloma thought it was very random because he just sort of come up to her singing one of the songs, and Paloma was absolutely gobsmacked. And it's quite interesting how they met, because she's done interviews of how they met and things, so of course that's how he recorded his part onto her song. And Can't Rely on You, which is the first track on the album, is very much the Marmite track of the album. You either love it or hate it, and a lot of the general public do like it, but a lot of them don't think it's true to Paloma's roots. But I think it's nice she's doing something a bit more experimental for a change. Even though there are some better tracks on this album compared to that one. The second song is Mouth to Mouth, which is very much like a disco Donna Summer style song. Very, very upbeat. And the third track on the album is called Take Me, and that is another great upbeat song. It's pretty much like a build up. Like, it starts off mid tempo, and when it gets to the chorus it gets more loudly and livelier. And the fourth song, which is the fan favourite of the album, and it is my favourite as well, Only Love Can Hurt Like This, which is absolutely amazing. It's very much like a down tempo, and it's like a ballad, like a power ballad if you like to call it. The orchestra and the gospel singers, it's just absolutely breathtaking and beautiful, and I've listened to that song on repeat, on loop, again and again, and I'm really hoping that she'll release that one as a single, because it just screams hit, big hit. Even though the lyrics are very much like repetitive, it has pretty much like the same words again and again, but it's really good and catchy, and it's just amazing, and I can just visualise the music video for it as well. The next track is Other Woman, which I'm not that keen on, it's a bit boring. And some of the other songs are really good, pretty much the same as the second track, Mouth to Mouth and Take Me, like disco, mid-tempo songs. The ninth track is Impossible Heart, which is quite experimental, which is quite nice, because it's nice to have a good blend on the album. That's probably the most unusual track, I like to call it, on the album. I'm hoping that one's a single as well. And 11 tracks, not the longest album, but it's fantastic. You don't want to have an album that's too long, I think, because then it just makes more filler. So yeah, if you're basically into like the disco side of things, and if you're new to Paloma, I really do recommend checking this out. I might even say this is her best album yet, because each album so far has been amazing in their own way. The first one was quite unusual and very British, and quite kooky. And the second one was more cinematic, like a movie, and emotional, down tempo, like Adele kind of, and blues sounding as well. And this one is pretty much like a 70s dance record, I like to call it. And even the artwork is amazing, with the 6 versions of Paloma with different styles, like the slight Indian look, and the Phantom of the Opera, and there's one that looks a bit like a mermaid, so that's just really interesting. I like the fact that Paloma takes big risks, and the booklet inside isn't really that exciting at all. No real good pictures or anything, just background and lyrics and things like that. Although it has a nice picture of the Phantom of the Opera star mask with a snake slipping through it. So yeah, definitely not the best booklet. I'm hoping the deluxe will be better, or even the vinyl, which I know will be out very soon, and that will just be amazing to get. I'm definitely going to give this album a 10 out of 10. It just deserves it, and just pick it up, please. Just really do. It's just absolutely amazing, and it's just grounded me very, very quickly as well, because a lot of albums do take a few times for me to actually latch onto me and memorise in my head and familiarise with all the songs, but this one I got straight right in there, especially the first song I heard, I Only Love Can Hurt Like This, because that just sounds instant, and I'm really hoping it will be a single and hopefully a hit, a big hit, fingers crossed. So yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 album, I really do recommend it, and thanks for watching my interview guys, and speak to you soon.